Sound test. Am I sounding okay? Am I sounding okay? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. We're here this afternoon thinking actually a lot about our mothers. So we have Mother's Day coming up 9th of May, and we've been putting a lot of effort here at ZENXIN into preparing different packages for them. So we've got the beautiful heart-shaped boxes. I'll show you those, which we've been putting in the latest Dazzle apples from New Zealand. That's the New Zealand harvest. And we've also got fantastic tangerines in from California. I was eating those this morning. They're delicious. So you can pack those in a heart, and you can put fruit and veggie in a heart. You can put what you like in a heart, basically, as a way just to say thank you to Mum, because most of the time she spends her time looking after all of us. So they can be so busy, mothers, that they even forget to take care of themselves. And I remember quite distinctly how my mother would always be worried about everybody, and my father would make sure that she had something to drink, because even in temperate climates you need to be drinking enough to help with basic bodily functions. If you think about it, we're about 50 to 65% water, and that's constantly being used up through elimination of various sorts, and of course through respiration. So particularly if you're doing heavy exercise, then you need to replace that water lost with something healthy and delicious. So on that note, healthy and delicious is not sodas. It's not even fruit juices, because they have too high a sugar content. And one of the biggest problems nowadays is metabolic syndrome and diabetes type 2, where people have basically had so much sugar that their cells are now insulin resistant, or the pancreas basically can't cope with producing the insulin, which is very sad. It is reversible, but the best way is simply not to take so much sugar. So we have here 3 infusions that I made last night and then put in the chiller, and they're very, very simple. You can see this one is sliced cucumber and mint, and all I've done is sliced the vegetables and washed the mint, of course washed the vegetables too, and half filled it with filtered water, and then basically muddled it. We call this muddling, when you kind of bash it. Then once it's muddled, you just fill it up to the top with more filtered water. So that's cucumber and mint and filtered water. And a lot of our food does contain water, and cucumber in particular is interesting because it's about 95% water, but that water carries beneficial fiber, because we're going to eat the cucumber, right? Because it's an organic cucumber, of course we just wash it and we eat the skin, because that's where all the good antioxidants are. There's potassium in there, there's magnesium, vitamin K, and the B group vitamins, which remember are water soluble. So this actually is very good for soothing anxiety and nourishing the nerves. An Indian friend of mine would always have cucumber raita before exams, because that helped calm his nerves, and he would then be able to do better in the exam. So cucumber is very, very good for the nerves. So first of all, we're going to do the taste test. Very good. Well, it looks like I'm going to get, or Faith is going to get, yes, a little bit of mint and cucumber in the water. There you go, darling. And just with that overnight, which is what, 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, the water is already flavored, infused, if you like, but only with the good properties of the mint and the cucumber. Mint, of course, is one of those herbs that's very, very useful for the digestive system. It improves digestion, and there is even evidence that it helps with such things as irritable bowel syndrome. How?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Refreshing, at the very least. Very refreshing. Cool as a cucumber, right? And I'm a bit hot here at the moment because I think next door the aircon's not working properly. So cheers. Okay. So that's cucumber with mint. We have those recipes already up on the website, so you can check them out. They're incredibly simple. And one of the reasons I've chosen these is that actually kids could even make them. They're very simple. You don't have to slice the cucumber up as thinly as I have. You can just cut the cucumber, pop it in, and then muddle it. So the next one, we have pear and ginger. And because it's organic ginger and it's Peruvian ginger, all I've done is washed it and again sliced it thinly. Sliced the pears thinly. I think these were the Packham pears, is that right? Yeah. Packham pears, and of course, because they're organic, all I've done is wash them because the antioxidants and most of the fiber is in the skin. So let's give this one a go. I'm going to be going back to the cucumber soon. We'll taste this one as well. See how much ginger there is. There you go.
Joanne says she makes the cucumber and mint with ginger.
Ooh, mixing it up there. Yeah, okay, pass. Very good. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's sweet, right?
Yeah.
The pears are quite sweet, but it's a natural sweetness. It's not added sugar. The problem comes when we start adding sugar, especially to things like processed food. And I have to admit, I have a weakness here for ginger biscuits, and I know damn well that's got added sugar in, as well as probably bad fats. Okay, that's very nice, and you can taste the pear in there, right? I think later on, the ginger will come through stronger. So that's also very nice. Ginger, again, is another one of those substances that is very good for the digestive system. I think it's over here, isn't it? This is Peruvian ginger, and it's more intense than our local ginger. So I think it's denser, but certainly the flavor is stronger than, for example, the Thai ginger. They're both old gingers, but what they found in Peru is that the soil there is very rich, and so the ginger, I think, grows even better there than it does in China, because China, of course, is the home place of ginger. Very good. Okay. And then the pears are coming in at the moment from Argentina. Argentina is very interesting. It has a very large acreage of land that's organic farming, and they're one of the largest exporters of pears for some reason. They must just have the perfect climate for pears. So I'm always very glad when this time comes around, because we can enjoy the pears from Argentina, and I don't have to wait for the ones from Europe, which usually come in the autumn. Okay, and the last infusion that we've made is with the blueberries. These are the Spanish blueberries. Nice big blueberries. And just mix them with the tangerines that are coming in now from California. Blueberries, yay! We're eating them with Boss, right? Boss is live. Okay, you get 2 blueberries in yours. How about that? I'll put that there for you to try. There we go. What am I going to get? Nothing. How's the flavor?
Wow, the orange is coming really strong.
Is it? And the good thing about this is sometimes overnight there's a bitterness that comes out of the skin of lemons and things like that. But with these tangerines, that doesn't happen.
So we have a question.
Okay.
Says, how to tell young and old ginger apart?
It's usually the thickness of the skin. We haven't had young ginger in ZENXIN for a very long time. And I must admit that I used to use young ginger in things like salsas. And the reason for that is I could just take a spoon and take off that very thin layer of the ginger and then grate it straight into the salsa. Whereas for the old ginger, I'm told, for example, for things like the Chinese soups, that they prefer to have the old ginger, which has a much thicker skin. Again, it's organic, so you only need to wash and scrub it and then just slice it like I did here. So that's actually with the skin, with all the antioxidants from the skin going into the water. Question for you, because you are ethnically the right race. Why do you want old ginger in your soups? What are the benefits of the old ginger?
is usually spicy.
Ha, okay.
So
Stronger taste.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And then they usually use it more when doing soup and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And more filling stuff
Yeah.
rather than
Ah,
if you
so-
want to eat it, it's quite harsh. So you usually use young ginger or normal ginger
Yeah.
to sort of like stir fry. But if you want to do things that are like usually like like Bentong ginger,
Yeah,
they use
yeah.
for like detoxing things because
Yeah.
it's very spicy.
Ah, okay.
That's what they say.
Yeah, yeah. So for the xiaolongbao, it would be old ginger still, right? Yeah. My favorite xiaolongbao. Okay, so those were our infused waters. Incredibly beneficial. The tangerine is from the orange family, so citrus. That's 88% water. The blueberries, 85% water, and of course packed with polyphenols, and of course the purple antioxidant anthocyanin, which protects the cardiovascular system. So that's really nice because you need to protect mum's heart too, right? Mum is all heart. She gives up her life, basically, at least mine did, looking after me, doing the ironing, doing the cooking, going to bed too late, and forgetting to drink. So take care of mum and make sure that she has something nice when it's a hot day, like these infusions, or if it's not such a hot day, I have some recommendations too to take care of mum. And those are from our range of teas, but I've chosen them quite specifically. Organic green tea for the morning, packed full of antioxidants, catechins, epicatechins, and basically, supposedly, one of the things that contributes to the longevity, particularly of the Okinawan people. So this is a blue zone, Okinawa, and green tea, of course, because they're Japanese, is part of their diet. So green tea in the mornings, remember, because green tea is caffeinated. So it's fine to be woken up in the morning, but don't do it when you want to sleep at night. Okay. Then a pink tea for the pink heart, hibiscus tea for the cardiovascular system, very good. Also helps mum relax. So 2 hours before she sleeps, a nice cup of this, very beneficial. If she doesn't like the sourness, just add in some nice raw organic honey. And then the last one is the Tulsi tea. We've actually got a new packet for the Tulsi tea. It was a darker purple before, but this is also very pretty. Tulsi is an adaptogen. It's actually related to basil. This is sweet basil. And an adaptogen means basically that it helps you to cope with both emotional and physical stress. So definitely something that's good for mum. Okay, so that's my little bit about hydration. Hi, Vina. Thank you so much for your support.
Anna says that she likes the organic digestion.
Organic digestion tea. So is that the one for constipation, or would you like me to recommend one that will help with digestion?
Just like the one that we have.
Okay, because there are several that will help with digestion. Peppermint is one, caraway is another, anise is another. So there are several that are very good for the digestive system. That's very good.
Read Joanne's comment. Give us some knowledge.
Oh, okay. Okay, very good. Old ginger is more warm and spicy. Gets rid of the wind better. Fantastic. Gives a better taste to the braised dishes for a deeper taste. Okay. As we were talking about the old ginger, I was thinking of the vinegar pig's trotters, because I think you put slices of old ginger in that, right?
That's why when people are pregnant, they eat it.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Get back the heat for the body.
Yeah, doing confinement.
Confinement after birth, right. Okay, very good. So very, very simple things for mum. For the blueberries, we've got a special offer today, and that's 2 for $8. And if I just check the packet, oh.
Okay, blueberry.
Just check the packet. So $6.80 normally. You're getting 2 for $8. That means they're going down to $4. Can we afford that? $4. And they're really, really nice blueberries. So Spanish blueberries, that would be really good. Okay, so that's your first offer. Remember, Faith's very generous. So if you order up until midnight, she will honor your order. So that's very good. So the next thing I'm going to do again is a very simple dish to take care of mum, and it's kind of spring themed. So I've got a few little things to add. I'm very lucky. The snow peas just came in from, I think, California. So I'm going to use some of those. I'll be chopping them up a little bit later. And I have Naibai. Naibai was there today, so I grabbed a packet. So I'll be blanching that as well. And I've got a little bit of asparagus. And to garnish, we have ice plant. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this before. This is quite interesting. Let me take a nice leaf. So this, I'm going to do it on the phone. Can you see those little sacs along the edge of the stem and the leaf?
They're actually crunchy.
They're crunchy, and they have slightly salty water in them. I think this was originally a plant that grew in the littoral zone, so by the side of the sea. So I'm just going to take a bit off. Yep, definitely slightly salty.
They look a little bit furry.
They do look furry, but it's actually the little
Little so-called
Yeah.
ice bit.
Yeah. So that's called ice plant. You'll see that in Japanese restaurants, or I've seen it in Japanese restaurants. And we'll just be putting a little bit of that on top of the pasta, just for fun. Very good. Okay, so that will go on top of the white sauce pasta. And then the sweet basil will go on top of the red sauce pasta, because traditionally you either have a cream sauce, right? Or a tomato sauce. Very, very simple. Okay, so today, I think first of all, what shall I do? I'll blanch the asparagus with the snow peas, and I'll just do it for maybe 3 minutes, because these are vegetables you can eat raw, so I want them still crunchy. So we'll try that. I'm going to take our nice. You're happy? Good.
Bought a lot of things from our live.
Yes.
She received all her items earlier.
Oh, fantastic. Good quality?
Quite pleased.
Good quality?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I'm just going to blanch. Here we go. And then we'll blanch the naibai. Couple of extra things that are not part of the dishes today, but I'd just like to mention, because we need to be taking care of our immune systems, not only mum's immune systems, but all of our immune systems. And in order to do that, we do need to increase the amount of daily available vitamin C, because remember, vitamin C, it's water soluble and the body doesn't store it. So one of the recommendations I would like to make, it's not cheap, but it's really worth it, is the red capsicum, because this has a very high level of vitamin C, and it's in the form that is what I call bioavailable. A lot of people will take vitamin C and they will just have ascorbic acid. But like the B vitamins, the C vitamins are actually part of a complex, and you could consider ascorbic acid, if you like, as the sheath or the outer layer of that complex, because there are other components in them. I won't go into the technicalities, but basically it's much better to take your vitamin C in food form. So red capsicum is at the top of the list for bioavailable vitamin C. And of course, the best way to do that is to have it sliced thinly, like we did on the sweet potatoes the other week. Just slice thinly and eat it raw, because then none of the vitamin C is destroyed in the cooking. Okay, so nice raw red capsicum. Then the other thing that's come in recently, this time it's coming in from Peru, but we've had it from Greece and Turkey, is the pomegranate. And I do want to encourage you, when you open the pomegranate, to not just take the juice, but actually to crunch the seeds, because the seeds are absolutely packed full of antioxidants, which of course support the immune system. In fact, people also make a pomegranate powder from the skin, because the skin is very high in antioxidants. But what they do is I think they freeze dry and powder it so that you don't taste the bitterness. Because if you've ever tasted the skin, if you haven't got rid of it, when you've been taking it from the little arils, then you'll know it's a bit bitter. So pomegranate, packed full of antioxidants. Again, this is something that's good for the heart. And then the other thing, of course, which needs no real introduction in Singapore, is this. So capsaicin and of course vitamin C, very, very supportive again of the cardiovascular system. It's kind of interesting because in Chinese they often say like there's a connection, right? Because the thing is red, so it supports the heart. Okay, so those have been blanched for 3 minutes. Just drain them a little bit. I've got a white sauce made, so I'm just going to, it's quite thick because I made it a few minutes ago, so I'm just going to add them and a little bit of their water in. Okay, and then we'll do the naibai. And then we will do the pasta. And then pop it all in together. Nice little leaves going in there. Very good. I think I'm just going to do that for 2 minutes because it's more tender. Okay. So is this going to... I think I'll wait until we've done the pasta to give it a proper stir. Basically, all I've done here is to make a roux, which is butter, And because we're using gluten-free pasta, we're going to be using this beautiful, I think it's black rice pasta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous. Very, very beautiful. It's gluten-free because it's made from rice. And it would be pointless if I used gluten-free pasta and then used wheat flour for the roux. So what I did was I used potato starch, and we do sell it. And as long as you don't boil it too much, it makes a very good thickener, and it can be used in the roux instead of wheat flour. So we will actually have a gluten-free pasta with a gluten-free sauce. So I'm quite excited about that. I was jumping up and down earlier, wasn't I? Okay. I'm just going to check the doneness of the blanching. They look good. Yeah. Nice. The snow peas have just come in literally this afternoon. And boss told me they were coming. So I alerted the receiver, and he very kindly rushed me up a couple of packets. So that's what I've got here. These are the snow peas. That's the ones I've chosen. And also there are sugar snap peas in just today. We do get things coming in almost every day, and it's quite exciting to see what will come in. There are still hold-ups because of transport and COVID and difficulties that there still are in certain places. But we are still getting things coming through. Let me check that as well.
Let's take a look at the 9
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's just nice. Okay. Very good. Pop that and a little bit of that water in there. You want one?
No.
No. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit more hot water in there. It's probably about the maximum I can put. Very good. So this is our primavera pasta here. And there we are. Gluten-free. It says multi-grain black fusilli, organic red rice flour, organic brown rice flour, organic black rice flour. So totally rice-based. It says cook 8 to 10 minutes. You want to... So I've put 250 grams. And I think I'll go for the lower. I'll go for 8 because I don't like soggy pasta. Here we go. Bye-bye. So
We do know that it's not dyed because...
Oh, absolutely it's not dyed. Oh, gosh. You guys have seen black rice, right? Do you think black rice is dyed?
It's made from the same thing, right?
Absolutely. It's the same antioxidant pigment, anthocyanin, that is in black rice. And several years ago, they were talking about black rice basically being the new blueberries, because blueberries have had the hype for a very long time about being very good for your eyesight, very good for this, very good for that, high in fiber, blah, blah, blah. But black rice, a spoonful or two of black rice equals the blueberries. So also something that's very beneficial for your diet. So that's bopping away there. That's very good. Okay. And here are my offers. So black fusili normally retails at $4.80, and during the live, if you buy, you can have that for $3.80, so that's $1 off. The potato starch, very useful if you're gluten intolerant, and also for lightening cakes. You can actually add potato starch to make your cake texture lighter. That's normally $5.50, going down to $4.40. So that's a couple of good offers there. The snow peas and the sweet peas, they're retailing for $4.99. If you buy during the live, you can have 2 for $8. So, and of course the blueberries also 2 for $8. She's being very generous today. I think you're trying to compete with Boss, isn't that it?
It's gonna fire me.
Oh no! Don't say that. Okay, so that's adding a little bit of water into that sauce. And in the other pot, I have some tomato sauce that's actually simmering away. Simmering is the way I think to talk about it. So that's good. So pomegranates, capsicum, chilies, all very good for you. The roux that I have made this time, it's New Zealand grass-fed organic butter with the potato starch, and I've used organic milk with it. I'm sure you could go another route. For people who are lactose intolerant, the butter itself has something like 0.01 milligram of lactose in 1 cup of butter. So you should be able to get away with the butter if you're lactose intolerant. And I'm sure you could use like a rice milk instead of cow's milk if you wanted to make the white sauce. Very, very simple. Okay. So just give it a stir. And then I think I'm going to want to distribute it a little bit. I'm going to pick at the ice plant and get the nice bits for decorating. The sauce is, as you know, already made. We made that earlier. It's not on. Like I said, the more you boil it, the less likely the potato starch is to act as a thickener. So that's why I didn't want to boil it away. It's reached a nice thickness, and it has a nice flavor at the moment. So we'll just wait for the pasta and then pop it on underneath. Yeah?
Okay.
It looks like that's gonna bubble up over. About another 3 minutes for that. So I'm going to pick through my ice plant. Get the best bits for garnishing.
These ice plants were grown in Malaysia, right?
Yes. Yes. So kind of proud of them, you know. Yeah. They've been doing all kinds of experiments up there, and they've been growing herbs up there as well, so that we're a little bit more independent. So when we don't get shipments in from, yeah, exactly. We need to look how to be a little bit more independent, I think. Right, and when I think of what I've got on my balcony, I don't have that much. I have bay leaves. I have mint and a little bit of coriander, but most of my plants are actually for flowers. So I've got orchids there and ginger flower. It cheers me up in the morning to see the flowers. Okay, I think that's probably enough of the ice plant. Put that in a little bowl, yeah? Well, this is what Yen was saying to me. She says, do something refreshing because the weather's too hot.
I think the infused waters are really good.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Very uplifting
Good.
without spending too much money.
And not much time. Seriously. I mean, you saw me doing it last night, right? Very fast.
Pop it in the fridge before you go to sleep.
That's
and
it.
Then you can have it.
Yep.
You could like probably do a rinse twice before it runs out of flavor.
Yes. In fact, we've done that before.
Yep.
And the boys actually guzzled it down, if I remember correctly. So that was.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi Carrie, Faith, where are these ice plants from? From IU.
Oh, yes, they're from the organic park. We kind of answered that already, but thanks very much for the question. Do appreciate audience participation. That's lovely. So the sauce has a little bit of French sea salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. So the black bits are real. They're actually good for you because black pepper, again, is good for the digestion. And they have a little bit of the kombu shiitake dashi, which is one of my favorite flavorings to go in some of my soups. And we have 51 seconds. You can see it's bubbling away there. I'm kind of curious. I hope we've chosen the right timing. 8 minutes. We'll find out in a minute. We'll go fishing for pasta. Oh, I got one.
Boiling.
It's a little bit chewy.
Boiling.
It is. 987654. I'm wondering, you want to try one and see if you'd like it cooked a little bit longer? You want to see, yeah?
Oh, these turn purple.
Well, they've gone kind of brown. Dark brown. I'll take the lid off so you can see better.
I think they look pretty cool.
You want to taste one just to check it? See what you think of that. It's hot, 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 hot.
Is it very?
Very hot.
It's good.
Okay.
Not too much.
Then 8 minutes it is. We just take that out.
Because it's gonna continue cooking after.
No, we don't want it continuing cooking. Just.
It's really chewy.
Too chewy?
No, it's good.
Yeah?
It's a good chewy.
Okay.
Where it's like kind of like yummy.
Okay, well, that's good.
I have a serious lack of words for how it tastes.
That's fine. It's difficult sometimes to describe what's going on in your mouth. So we just coat the pasta with the sauce. Remember, just a simple roux sauce, but we've actually managed to have it be gluten-free by using the potato starch. And we've got those nice crunchy vegetables in there.
I think we have a very fusion going on there.
We do.
It's
We
like
do
Naipa
indeed.
is such a Chinese vegetable, and then we have pasta and cream sauce.
I know. Never saw this before, right? So this is, I don't think I even need to warm it, do I? I think it's probably, let me check. Mm. Mm. Okay. So you may need a little bit of salt because I didn't put much salt.
I think we can salt to taste or pepper to taste.
Absolutely. Take the bigger tongs, I think. So we'll plate up. Make sure I get all the different veggies.
I think for those who want more meat, they could probably pop some minced meat inside,
Oh,
and it will work
absolutely, yes.
perfectly because fusilli helps to kind of like catch the meat, so you get meat
Yep.
from every bite.
Yep. The good thing about the fusilli, this particular shape of pasta, is it really does grab the sauce. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to put a little bit of ice plant on the top. Okay. We don't have my photographer here today, but never mind. I'll have to do that myself. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cute. You want half of it? Okay. So I'll give you some in a small bowl so that you can check it out.
Okay.
There we go. Nice little bit of asparagus on the top. Asparagus, of course, is a very good spring vegetable. Good for cleansing the kidneys. Fork, chopsticks, what would you like? Okay, fork coming up. There you go. I guess I should taste it too, right? Interesting. Pass for fusion food.
Yes, part for fusion food.
Okay. Double check. Mmm. Mmm. The sauce is nice, huh?
Okay, we are 43 minutes in, and we have one more dish to go. All right, let's go.
I'm going to use the same water for the pasta, otherwise it would take too long. So apologies for that. It's slightly coloured from the black pasta, but the pasta going in is coloured with spinach and I think tomato. So we've got conchiglie, tricolour or tricolore. So we have the plain colour, spinach, and then I think it's tomato. Just adding a little bit more in. Very good. Okay. So this one's very, very simple because the old tomato sauce has just been cooking by itself. How many minutes for this one was it? 7 minutes. Okay, so this one is faster. This is the slow dried pasta that Boss has brought in from Sicily. So this is real Italian pasta and absolutely superb in its quality, but this of course is wheat-based pasta. So this is made of durum wheat. This is the hard wheat. Okay, we'll have to watch that because that again will go up and bubble. I'm going to check out the tomato sauce, see how that's tasting, see if that needs adjusting. Do you want to see the tomato sauce?
Oh, yeah.
It's just a little because there's only a little bit of pasta.
Having. Yum, 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 yum.
Okay, I'm just going to check it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what I've done with the tomato sauce is started off with olive oil and garlic, as per usual. And then I had some fresh tomatoes. Oh. But for the rest of it, I used La Bioide Pomodori in Pezzi. So basically that's chopped tomatoes. This is the original. So this is all chopped up ready. It's a BPA-free can. It comes in from Italy via Holland. Holland really acts as the shipping center for much of Europe. So even the Spanish things will come in from Holland. And just cooked it for a long time, because when you cook tomato sauce, of course, you increase the amount of lycopene, which is in the antioxidant, again, that is supposed to be very helpful in preventing prostate cancer. So this one is good for dad, right? Tomato sauce.
The way she normally cooks her pasta for 14 to 16 minutes in the thermometer.
14 to 16?
I think
Wow.
it really depends on what kind of person you are. If you like hard pasta, then don't cook it for so long. But if you have, I guess, kids, you want it to be a little bit more soft and
Each of our different pastas have recommended times on them. So, for example, the baby noodles, I only do them for 2 minutes because they're otherwise they're mush. The normal banh mi I do for about 7 minutes. This durum wheat pasta for 7. The gluten-free, it's at 8 to 10, and we chose the chewier version.
Shall we go show them what pastas we have?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go for a trip. That's not getting up to boiling yet, so that might take a bit longer. Oh, we're in the process of moving. So there's some of the pasta there. There's purple sweet potato noodles. Okay. And this is the whole wheat spiral fusilli. You can hear we're having renovations next door. Here's the gluten-free range at the top here. There's the black fusilli that I chose. I've also used the red lentil rigatoni. When you combine a legume with the rice, that makes it even more nutritious, and you have a wider range of amino acids. So that's very useful when you get to the adzuki bean or the mung bean. And I know we did have some chickpea. Is this it up here? Yeah, I think it is. There we go, chickpea. So whenever you combine a bean with the grain, that's an even more beneficial dish for the gluten-free people. Underneath, you can see slow-dried Sicilian penne and fusilli. There's the whole wheat. There's the more refined wheat. And there's the tricolore.
Now that we are going through one by one, I feel like we do have a lot of pasta.
We do have a lot of pasta, yes, absolutely. So here are all the different noodles that are made up in the organic part. Rainbow, obviously, carrot, beetroot, spinach, pumpkin. Then they do the same thing with the banh mi, which is slightly wider. And then, of course, there's the miswa.
I love the banh mi packaging.
Yeah. It's cute, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's like so appealing.
It is.
In the color.
Oh, these are the best noodles in the world. I mean, I'm objective here.
It's not colored. It's natural.
No, it's puree. It's 20% organic puree. I've seen them making it. This isn't powder. This is the real puree. There's the baby noodles with absolutely no salt or sugar added. And here are all the different miswa, again, handmade. And then underneath here, we've also got the Thai rice noodles. So there's different kinds of nice rice noodles. There's turmeric, there's black rice, there's white rice. And no, the black rice is not colored. It really is that color.
We have this kind, and then we also have. So this, you can just eat it, you know, depending if you want it round or flat.
Okay, very good. Let's go and see. I wanted to see if I can find a pack of rice, but I'm not sure what they moved it to. Oh, that end there.
Oh,
Is it? Am I
yes.
lucky? Okay. So this is our black rice. This is not colored. Black rice or purple rice, you can call it. This is a special hybrid. You can see it says rice berry on there. So that has been bred especially in Thailand to be as nutritious as possible. Remember, the black rice was called the forbidden
What about
rice.
all of this? This looks like the one when I eat the Chinese rice ball.
This is a mixture. So there are different mixtures. This one I think is just rice. This one has millet and what else has it got? Oats and buckwheat added in. So that's very, very good. That's 5 multigrains, 10 multigrains. And then there's a special high fiber mix over here. Very, very useful for those people suffering from diabetes type 2 who shouldn't be eating the white rice, because they've actually added beans in here. So there's azuki beans, buckwheat, oat groats, pearl barley, black rice, brown rice, red rice, and white rice. So yes.
I heard it's something.
Okay.
Time to go back.
Well, it may be, but it may not be, because it wasn't boiling to begin with, huh?
So while Carrie is checking on the Thermomix, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the shop for those of you who haven't been here. So we got our spice rack, and it's kind of work in progress right now because we're doing a little bit of shifting. But we do have flour if you like to bake, you know, starch, organic oat flour. So recently we did a loyalty event where we did gluten-free biscuits. So that's good.
Well, I think it needs a little bit longer, so I popped it on for 2 minutes. Do you want to try? There you go.
Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Good. Show some of our stuff.
Absolutely.
We have this in here.
Yes. And don't forget, you can now visit, as long as you message us on the WhatsApp and
Take a tour of the fresh.
get it. Oh, please, yes.
Okay, go. You go.
Okay. Oh, the bao.
Oh, the bao.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the baos are very popular.
Yes, because they're very good. And then we have this very interesting thing here, which is also very popular, pumpkin bean curd. Okay, and over here we have a new product, which is very exciting. Yeah, the organic park is working on different tempehs, and they sent some down for us to test. This one is the black bean tempeh, and we've been sent this. This has been approved, so you can now have black bean tempeh. And here's the seaweed bean curd. We have mantou, and of course the mini bao, which are very, very cute for the kids. This is actually one of my favorites, sweet potato curry mini buns. Very, very nice.
The pumpkin mantou.
Yeah, that one, huh?
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so here we go. These are our blueberries, mulberries, avocados. Here's the beautiful Argentinian pears. These are from Australia. They haven't weathered quite so well.
The lemons are huge.
The lemons are absolutely enormous. We had a fantastic shipment.
Oh, let me just pick one up.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to check the Thermomix again.
This is our 9-5.
Oh,
which
done.
comes in a bag. Is it done?
Done.
So it's, see, the florets are really big. So it's very, very crunchy.
Yeah. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Now what I need is a nice big bowl to mix it all in. Let's see.
Things that our store has so much more than the supermarket.
We do. There's much more variety than we managed to get out to cold storage or NTUC. Did you want to check? There they are.
What?
Shell.
Oh,
You
shell.
can't see. There we go. Good, right?
And cute.
Very cute. Conchigly. So basically, conch shell shaped. Very, very good. Okay. So, let's see. Drained a bit there. There we go there. Then we have just a very, very simple tomato sauce, as I described. Ooh, 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 ooh. Super simple. And we're just going to spoon that through. I put actually one chili in, but it's not very spicy. You can eat it, okay? Okay. And we're going to just plate it. So you'll see a little bit of the skin because there were whole tomatoes that went in. And I'm one of those weird people that eats the skin of everything if I can.
Well, she says that she cooks her pasta from 40 to 60 minutes because she includes the pretzel milk time.
Oh, okay. That must be a TM6 though, right?
I think so.
Because this is the humble TM5 that we have here. Okay. There we go. And we'll have a nice little bit of basil on the top of that. There. All right. And I think we will shave some pecorino romano without my fingers, hopefully.
TM5 and TM.
Very good.
Looks very pretty.
Good. As long as it looks enticing, as if you would like to eat it, then we're on to a winner, right? So, let's see. Can I do this properly? How was
Don't
that?
slice your hand.
Please don't slice your hand. Yes. Okay, let's see. See if I can do it for you to see. So we'll break that into smaller pieces.
Scary. Slice and long.
There you go.
You are so funny.
There.
Okay, there you go.
Can, right?
It still looks yummy.
Hope
When
so.
you stir it in, it's gonna all melt.
The cheese is absolutely delicious. It's a
It's beautiful color.
yeah, it's a pecorino romano in from Italy, so it's the real deal. And I'm just going to spoon that under, I think, so that it will melt. There. And then I'm going to chop this thin one here into tiny pieces because you didn't like the the size of the pieces that I offered you, did you? There you go. Is that a bit more elegant? There you go.
Fancy.
Okay. There. All right. There.
Very, very fancy.
So that's sheep's milk, rennet and salt. That's it.
Yummy.
So,
Is it time for me to eat again?
definitely time for you to eat. I'll take a picture of that bowl and give you a smaller one if I may.
Joanne says to creative.
Also can.
Maybe Harry doesn't know how to use a grater.
I just thought it was cool having the slicer.
Every time she grates, I'm so afraid she's gonna like slice her head. So
No. Don't be like that.
But she says it's beautiful still with a heart shape. Sweet.
Here we go again. One nice long slice. I thought it was so cool, and it gives you a nice thin slice.
Yeah, fine.
Everybody's different, right? See, this one's even crumbling up. So that's going to be easier. There we go. There. Please try. Would you like a fork again or a spoon?
This one.
Okay, very good.
See? She says Carrie mentioned she's scared before. You mentioned it on the live and someone heard.
Yeah, but do you believe me, or do you think I'm just being funny?
I don't know.
There we go. I think to look at, I prefer the black pasta. What do you think?
Both is great.
Okay. I like the basil. How is it?
I will eat.
Okay. So, just to conclude, from this live, we had our 3 infused waters for Mum to hydrate her in memory of my mum who never drank enough and then would put things like white sugar into her tea, which was probably contributory to her demise. So blueberries, fantastic fresh blueberries in from Spain, 2 for $8. In the white sauce, you have the black fusilli down from $4.80 to $3.80. We made the sauce using potato starch, so it was gluten-free. Potato starch down from $5.50 to $4.40. We had snow peas and sweet peas. You can also have 2 for $8. You can also have 1 of each. Just let Faith know on the live. And we had the conchiglie, which is normally $3.90, which you can have for $3.10. The chopped tomatoes that I used, you can have that for $2.80. That's normally $3.50. And the dried tomatoes, which you can actually add to intensify the flavor of the tomato sauce. The pomodoro secchi you can have for $4.60, normally retailing at $5.80. So black fusilli, potato starch, conchiglie, dried tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, snow peas, sweet peas, and blueberries. She's put some great deals together for you. Do take advantage. And you have until midnight because she's a generous lady. So thank you very much for your attention. We had fun. Hopefully you did too.
Okay,
And
last look at our food.
okay.
Okay. Here we go for the last time. Yummy. Yummy. We jealous everybody. Or make this at home. Okay, I think we're done for today.
Very good.
Okay, wait, bye-bye. We're still live.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she asked how much is delivery? $8. Yes.
Yeah.
If you order below 80.
If you order over $80, of course, delivery is free. And don't forget, take this opportunity to cherish your mum. I'm very grateful to my mum, and I was lucky enough to have time to spend with her. So I'm very grateful. Bye, everyone.